Hi everyone, how you doing? Hello. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing alright, how are you doing, Leo? Thank you for the hype. For the hype, everyone. Appreciate that. You're eating lunch right now. Same question mark? Not quite lunch, but sure. First live eating stream. Fixing gas pumps and selling video games. What? Bro, you just woke up. That's true. It's like what, 9? Where you are right now? Or almost 10, I guess? I mean, if I can make an everything wrong with on Murder of Sonic, then I will, but it'll be tough because there's really not a whole lot to poke fun at in this game. Are we ready for more of this wonderful era? I guess. I guess you could say that. Dude, I can't believe Moby has a nipple. That's wild. Why does Moby have nipples, but nobody else has nipples? It's not that I want anybody else to have nipples, I'm just wondering why Moby does. You know what I mean? You assume it's rather short? I mean, yeah, ish. I can make everything wrong with that's more comedy focused. That's true. I always get wary of videos like that because like people too often assume that it's purely supposed to be taken seriously. And so sometimes when I make one that's more comedic, they use that like as an example of why those kinds of videos are stupid. And it's just like you really don't get the point, do you? I don't know. I'm obviously not averse to it, it's just because Moby has visible muscles unlike the ball with sticks attached. True, that's true. The physiognomy of like an old ass Mobian, an ancient Mobian, is different than a modern Mobian, I guess. All right. I read what Luminant said. I don't think I said it thank you, but thank you. That is Moby. That is the Looney Tunes reject Taz Moby. This was Taz Prime. This is Multiverse Taz. Well, I'm sorry to hear, Delta. I hope that we can help you have a much better day. A fun day. I need to turn these off because the ears are on. Don't need them right now. Alright. Cool. Some time ago, the freedom fighters discovered an ancient Mobian encased in ice. They brought him back to Knothole Village and revived him, but Moby, as they called him, was a being out of time. Realizing that Moby was an artist, the freedom fighters learned how to communicate with him.
See, we're friends, obviously.
And found a home for their newfound friend in the Mobian jungle. There he lived happily, but now that's about to change. Actually, this isn't how it happened, is it? I thought Sonic took Moby to the jungle by himself. Am I misremembering that? Why does Chuck look weirdly more human here? Or not human, but like more organic.
Sonic the Hedgehog has got to be told about this before it's too late.
But Dr. Robotnik, many of your enemies are hiding in the Mobian jungle. It's imperative that we establish a command center there.
Snivelly, you idiot! You know how I hate the jungle. With its hot, humid temperatures, and all those plants and vines surrounding, and the wild animals watching you,
Sir, I guarantee you won't have to set foot inside the jungle. The eco-destroyer will do all the work.
Soon in Knothole. Realistic fish head. The Cesare's final story. So strange. So strange. That they would, like, get rid of him, of any of the writers. Or did he, like, step away, or...
Robotnik has a psychological fear of the jungle, but Snively has promised to conquer it for him. We've got to warn Moby and the other jungle inhabitants.
You heard Uncle Chuck, everyone. Split up into teams of 2 and get the jungle dwellers to move deeper into the jungle, while I try to think of a way to stop the eco-destroyer.
If you don't mind, Rotor, I'll race ahead of you. Just follow the path I make with my speed.
Don't run too fast, Sonic! You'll start a jungle fire!
Later, in the heart of the Mobian jungle...
There you are, Rotor. This is no time to beat around the bush.
I just stopped for a moment to study these rare berries, Sonic. I believe they're narcoleptus berries. Eating them causes sleepiness.
I wish you told me that before. Start munching on them, Rotor. Delicious. Tastes like... little tomatoes, even.
I couldn't think of anything.
Oh! How do you feel, Sonic?
I feel fine, but I could use a nap.
Freeze, Walrus! You and the Hedgehog are surrounded! Sonic, we're being ambushed by gorillas! Run!
Sure, Rotor, as soon as I catch some seeds.
Few hours later... There shouldn't be a comma there. A few hours later, at the gorilla's jungle camp...
You've got to believe us! Robotnik is sending an eco-destroyer into the jungle to set up a base! You're all in great danger! Robotnik will never find our camp, Hedgehog! I thought you were still asleep. My bad. Besides, the walrus told us that he is an inventor and a cook, so let him cook! We need him to prepare our meals and build new weapons for us! Hurry up with that Mobian stew, Walrus!
I love that just every monkey's gonna be Seth Rogen from now on. Every gorilla is gonna be Seth Rogen from now on. Hello, Darklink, how you doing?
Hey, if it's hardware you need, there's a ton of weapons hidden nearby if you know where to look. I'll bring you back some in exchange for our freedom.
Agreed, but first bring us the weapons, and don't try to escape or your friend will suffer the consequences.
I'll be right back. The apes don't know how fast I am, so I'll trot out of sight. Now I'll turn up the speed. Juice past the guard of the ape's supply hut. Fill the wheelbarrow with the ape's own weapons, and juice back to camp. Am I clever or what? Here you go, dudes. There's a lot more where these came from.
He did it! He found the weapons! Hey, who threw me in here?
Soon.
Sorry, Rotor. I was moving so fast I didn't even notice that I scooped up the gorilla supply officer.
Forget it, Sonic! You could have escaped if it wasn't for me! Quiet, you two prisoners!
I can't not do the laugh. Blake, with the 6 months, thank you. The stream you returned to the first words are, why does this Mobian have nipples and the others don't? That's a valid question.
Chill, gorilla guy. I thought you apes were gentle and timid.
We were, but fighting off Robotnik and his bots changed us. Now we're tough and fearless. And not even Robotnik would dare to invade our jungle fortress. Hey, what's going on? Why is everyone running?
Maybe the local market has half-price sale on bananas.
Sonic, look!
Wow, that is a drawing of Sniffly if I've ever seen one.
I claim this jungle in the name of Dr. Ivo Robotnik, and I order you to surrender, or the rest of your camp will be obliterated! Sonic the Hedgehog, what a surprise! When Dr. Robotnik sees that I've captured you, he'll appoint me co-dictator!
The gorillas captured me, Sniff-Nose. You can't even catch your own breath. And I like your hat. When you start wearing a teepee on your head.
Very funny, Hedgehog. We'll see who laughs first, laughs first, laughs, when the Dr. Robotnik arrives and orders you to be roboticized. He's leaving, Sugar. Get ready. Let's go.
Intruder must neutralize.
I don't think so, Sugar. I'll take that.
Alert, alert.
And you'll take that, Tattletale. How y'all doing? We were taking Moby back to Knotho when we spotted that big ol' eco-what's-it.
We're cool, Bunny, thanks to you, Tails, and Moby. It's great to see you again, big guy.
I'm sorry to break up this reunion, but we gotta find a way to shut down the Eco-Destroyer. I know the gorillas will be glad to help us.
I'm not so sure, Sugar. You'll be disturbing their beauty rest. Yeah, and they need it.
Did Moby ever figure out how to talk? Probably not, if I had to guess. 6 months, Jesus, why is time so fast? I know.
They're all asleep. How'd that happen? Why are my arms blue?
I'm afraid I caused it, Sonic. I'm falling asleep, not your arms being blue. I ate narcoleptus berries into their Mobian stew. I wanted to put him to sleep so that we could escape.
I mean, it probably would have worked if Sonic hadn't been as fast as he was, but...
Thanks, Moby. Now that I'm free, we won't need any help. Someday you gotta teach me how to do that.
You have, like, hyper, super sonic, ultrasonic vibrations or whatever that have helped you get out of shackles before. What do you mean? What do you mean, my dude? Soon.
If I can get inside this oversized vacuum cleaner for half a minute, I can do a lot of serious damage.
But Sonic, if Sniveler turns it on, you'll be destroyed.
Oh, Tails said that? But the bubble clearly... What?
That's why you've got to distract him. Keep an eye on your watch, Tails.
Okay, Sonic. 5, 4... That's right, sir. The Mobian jungle is ready for conquest. 3, 2, 1... No!
Here I go. T-minus 30 seconds and counting.
I've also got a surprise prisoner for you, sir.
Never mind that. I'm still not convinced I can be comfortable in the jungle. I want you to continue clearing away as much foliage as possible before my plane arrives. Understood, Sniffly?
Very good, sir. Snively out. Let's see. Main power on. What's this? It's that pesky little fox. I'll zap him out of the sky. No. You missed. 10 seconds to go. Missed again. 5 seconds.
Would he physically even be able to speak? Like, does he have evolved vocal cords? That's a good question. I don't know.
Sorry, your time's up. Gotta go. Annoying little twit. I'll get him later. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Main power on.
So what you're doing, Sniffly? And prepare to meet my plane. I'm going to board the Eco-Destroyer and observe it in action.
Yes, sir. Mission accomplished, Sonic.
Me too, little bro.
Oh, wow. I guess he called him Little Bro in the comics well before he ever did in the games.
Robotnik's plane is approaching! Let's get going!
What did you do, Sonic?
Oh, I loosened a few thousand screws and bolts.
Soon.
There's still too much jungle around for us for my liking. I want this area cleared for miles in each direction.
But, sir, don't you want to hear about my surprise?
No, not until you... What's happening?
I don't know, sir! Dr. Robotnik, the Eco-Destroyer collapsed!
What a lovely surprise, Snively. My next invention is going to be an idiot destroyer, just for you.
Yay! Cool, everyone's cheering on that evening.
Well, we owe you an apology, Sonic, and we owe you our lives.
Hey man, we're all in this fight together. Would you say goodbye to our friend Moby for us in a few days?
What do you mean in a few days, Sonic?
We forgot to tell him all about the Mobian stew he ate, and he ate half the pot.
I honestly thought Moby was gonna do maybe like a little more than he does in this comic, but I mean, he helped, I guess. Knuckles looks like Darla when like I'm just petting her. She's like, yep. She looks all stoic and like angry. He's got some head pads, dude. Can we get a head pad emote? Honestly, I'm not averse to it. I'm not against it. I'll try to hold on to this. It's kind of weird though, because it's like circular, but I'll figure something out, I'm sure. Accepting the mantle of guardian of the floating island, Knuckles the Echidna knew his life would be fraught with stalwart challenges. Ever the staunch hero, he accepted the fact that his life would be laden with peril. That's what you were talking about, the kiss. Oh, hello. But when he made a vow to Princess Sally to unearth King Acorn's missing royal sword, not even in his wildest dreams did he believe he'd end up a little more than a trained seal.
Peel me another grape, slave!
My body may be enslaved, but my thoughts are still my own, you stupid bitch. I gotta remember how I wound up here. Think a way out of this mess.
Knuckles Quest 3, A Land of Dark, A Night of Virtue.
I began my quest with the kid. When we traveled down under and were counseled by the ancient walkers. Combining their vague lead with clues from my book of myths, I wound up on Mobius, mistakenly battling the charlatan's imaginary forces. Then I got sidetracked helping Sonic battle his evil twin in Robotnik. Somehow, I don't know how the fuck that happened, because I was on my quest, and then I was doing something else in my own miniseries, then I helped Sonic fight whoever the fuck, and now I'm here? What the fuck is happening? Returning home, I enlisted the Chaotix as help in resuming my quest, believing the charlatan's clue of the Land of the Dark to be an old name. For the outskirts of the island's forbidden zone, I ventured forth. And in a little-known, supposedly uninhabited region, I was attacked by two beings. Considering the ancient walkers' warnings, and the way they double-teamed me, I knew they must be the Sorcerer and the Enchantress! Dodging his blast left me wide open. With one look, she controlled my will. Oh, those are some good bamfs. Oh, I can touch them?
Hello, K-Fire. How you doing? Knuckles is just aware enough to know that the events that happened to him feel completely unrelated, but doesn't know there's a team of writers causing that. Yeah.
Damn. Feels nice. Now I'm their servant. First of their unwilling army. The first of their unwilling army. Unless I still can't come over a spell. This is one battle that's not so easy to fight. Okay, then think. Walker said there exists a sorcerer wizard and an alchemist who stand alone. Take that to mean that the sorcerer doesn't hang with the other powerful mystics. Translation? His girlfriend here isn't that powerful, and may fall to a good uppercut after all. So that means... Just gotta wipe her feet.
Yeah, this is like almost too accurately like Rouge's color scheme, if you notice. Although her face is kind of hard to follow sometimes.
Stay calm. Okay. Charlatan, enchantress, and paladin with fairness and courage, thou must face, with patience and fortitude a blade of steel thou may embrace. I faced a charlatan, facing the enchantress. I don't see a paladin, forcing me to just be patient. Though through sheer strength of will, the unyielding Echidna presses... Oh, I thought that was still Knuckles. Through sheer strength of will, the unyielding Echidna presses on, performing menial task after menial task, the hours turning into days, as he makes them food, washes their dishes, sweeps the floor Cinderella, gives them a massage and subsequently a hand job, with virtually all hope gone and desperation descending, as if by divine right his faith of perseverance is reaffirmed.
What's that?
It sounds like a stampede of horses.
Oh, this is the horse you were talking about. What voice was I supposed to give the horse? Horse guy. Oh, Johnny Lightfoot? Okay.
What ho, varlets? Did you... Sup, bitch? Did you think to forever escape the judgment of Sir Connery?
Oh, Sir Connery. Sean Connery. Oh, okay.
Did you think to forever escape the judgment of Sir Connery, the mighty crusader?
We can't not give him the Sean Connery voice. We gotta give Johnny Lightfoot's voice to someone else. No, not harlots, varlets.
Or that this evil witch's gaze could overcome my sword of justice.
Beware! It is that fantastical paladin!
The waiting game paid off. I'm free. This guy's onslaught distracted the enchantress, breaking a mental muzzle. Now it's finally time for Action City. Boy, does this feel good.
You dare to pit physical might against the sorceress's power of Black Death?
Time to use my noodle again. And by my noodle, I mean my brain, not my other noodle. And I think I know how.
You seek to escape with my own talisman?
No, making sure you don't use these things against me.
Witness
Echidna magic and say goodbye to your toys. Shahila Zumbi, to the land of Gumby.
Knuckles is a wizard? He can... What?
Impossible!
How's that for a little sleight of hand to deter you from the stab of the jab?
How did he make all those things disappear? Where'd they go? Where'd he put them? That's not a simple sleight of hand. Look behind the chest. That seems like not as many things as were in the thing before. Oh, well, to be fair, I guess I do see, like, the bottle and this thing. But when did he put them behind the thing? Is he, like, grabbing onto them here and then, like, dropping them when he punches him? I don't know. He's a talented magician. I have no idea how he did it. After securing the prisoners, introductions and explanations are made.
And I left my post in King Acorn's royal guard when the call came upon me to purge black magic from all the realms. What about your sword? Is it the king's? No, but it was given to me by my patron deities, the ancient walkers. Hey, since I'm their number one boy, why don't you join me? I cannot. My sworn oath demands
He sounds more like the Grinch than Sean Connery, but you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep going.
I cannot. My sworn oath demands a total purging of evil magicians before I journey the next leg of my holy crusade. But I can tell you this. Locate the evil Matthias Poe and Damocles the Elder, and you may find that which you seek.
Where do they hang their hats?
Look not to the cavern filled with chaos, but to the floating islands of
I didn't quite catch that. You walked away before I could hear what you were saying. Floating islands, other caverns filled with something. Sounds like another goose chase, but at least I won't have to travel far. Well, whatever it takes, I'll find that sword. Knuckles' quest concludes in the next issue. Don't miss it. I forgot. Okay, so we've read that one. Knuckles the Echidna 3 is next. No. Funk. And then number 46 is next. Knuckles the Echidna, number 3. The Dark Leg. The Dark Leggy.
Ah!
Knuckles the Dark Leggy. What does one do when faced with an enemy whose resources seem limitless, whose numbers are many, and whose goal is total victory no matter what the cost? If you're an Echidna named Knuckles, whose experience is relatively limited, whose friends are a select few, and whose sworn duty is to protect the soaring paradise he lives on, you get ready to fight the good fight. You give it your all in order to protect that which you've been entrusted with, even if it means your very life. You also learn from the lessons you've been taught, employing the weapons of one's intelligence against theirs of brute force, the conviction of one's beliefs and the courage against theirs of blind obedience and cruelty, and the embodiment of one's honor against those who have none. If you're an Echidna named Knuckles, above all else, you have faith that you've been shown the right path in life, and if you're true to yourself, you have nothing to fear but fear itself.
I hate to say it, fellas, but unless we move it, we're definitely going to lose it. How come you're always so full of bad karma, Asp?
You know, Vector, he's got a point. After all, that's not a group of freedom fighters coming here to party. Only one chance. Listen up carefully, because it's gonna need a split-second teamwork. Mighty, front and center. Okay, my man, we need that hunk of wood on the ground as a roadblock for starters.
Another roadblock. Coming through.
Yeah, but while everyone else is trying to jump from the frying pan, we're still facing the fire.
Hey, it's Jeffrey from Toys R Us.
You're our only hope now, Vector. We need a force of nature to stop another force of nature. What are you battling about, Nux?
If you adjust these settings on those headbangers you wear out to the max, their sonic force should blow that puppy out of Hold on. Give me one second. I'm going to assume this is Nico. Yes. One second. Okay, sorry. Nico B? No. The other one. I kind of sound like Beerus from Dragon Ball Super. I don't even know what he sounds like.
If you adjust the settings on those headbangers you wear to the max, their sonic force should blow that puppy out like candles on a cake. Amazing.
Oh, wait, what?
Amazing that you could still hear, now that I think about it. You just don't appreciate the finer things in life, Nux. Although I gotta admit, that sound cranked to the max doesn't qualify. You guys ready? Never ready, Effector. Then here comes that top 10 fave. Sonic Boom!
If you're strong, you can fly, you can reach the other side of the rainbow. It's just like a really loud.
What a rush!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, where we're counting down the top 10. It's just like super obnoxious. I decided to name your rival Moist and your group No Dad's Group. It's the song blasting at like plus 30 decibels. Yeah.
Keep hanging, guys!
Stay close, Chom, so you don't go split. One of these days, Vector's going to reveal where he got such a powerful toy.
I got it off of Mercari.com! Shades of Hades! Reverse course! Reverse! Oh!
Fellow council members. Suddenly, in the past. This night we face our gravest crises yet. As our fellow Echidna stand poised to engage in civil war, whatever shall we do?
For starters, we don't give in to despair, High Counselor. You!
Your family is the reason we're in this mess.
My family is also the reason our people still survive.
Is that a fact? Perhaps, then, we could barter for the well-being of our people by giving the Dark Legion what they seek.
Your head, on a platter no less. Whoosh. If you truly believe your way is best, Counselor Garrick, go ahead and pull the trigger, or I would give my life for you and yours.
No. I'm not worthy. Wow, what a power move. I can't believe that worked, honestly. I'm honestly kind of surprised that worked. Like, go up to anybody who's willing to, like, point a gun at you. I feel like 9 times out of 10. Yeah, the balls. The fucking cojones, dude.
If you're not, then who is?
Our society, our way of life is threatened because, I'm sorry, I came to this council meeting kind of hungry.
Our way of life is threatened because we have not found a way to deal with the hand fate has dealt us. Some of us have embraced the new order, while others wish to return to the old ways. We must build a bridge to each other, all of us, if our people are to survive and grow. It will not be an easy path. In the event I don't return, there is always more than one option. Choose wisely.
I submit to this distinguished council. There goes a shining example of why we shall overcome. Godspeed, Steppenwolf. Wow, God. He's real. What'd you miss? What's up, Elbat? I mean, not much. Just Knuckles getting some head pats, as is evident. I just love that drawing. I'd give my life for you and yours while just having like a piece of cake in your mouth.
Hooah! That was some party! Nah, that was just for openers. Come on, we gotta see what's what.
Man, oh man, Knuckles. Can you believe your eyes?
That's putting it soft, Tip, Espy. Oh, the Dark Legion has still got a lot to fall back on, Mighty. That's putting it soft, Tip, Espy. Frontal assault won't work. So our best bet is to strike from within. That means everybody grab a set of those funky pajamas and put them on.
Yeah, I bet Vector's gonna, like, blend right in.
Even me, Knuckles?
Get real, Charm. For now, though, hang loose and get on board. All right, gang. Set course. That away. Bogies are up ahead. Lots and lots of bogies, Knuckles. Shouldn't we wait for the cavalry? What cavalry? There's no one else who could possibly be of any help in tackling that. Whatever.
Oh, God. Organization 13.
How on Mobius could such a thing be built without anyone knowing about it?
Very simple, Knuck. Oh, God damn it. I should have been laughing when I ate that piece of protein bar. Ugh.
Seeing as it was built a long, long time ago, then again, the Dark Legion is not a pleasant subject to discuss, is it?
No, it's not. I was hoping Knuckles would be spared this. Spared lots of things about his history.
You're being way too overprotected of the lead.
And I have another piece of pizza.
His lack of knowledge could wind up getting him killed.
Emma, you heard him. He thinks he's on his own. He doesn't know. He's never alone. Go to him, old one. Lead him out of harm's way. Our future guardian is not quite ready to face this enemy alone just yet.
This is the dumbest, like, justification I've ever heard. Like, oh, he shouldn't know about the stuff from his past because it's too painful. But he said he's on his own, so you know what? Whatever. But he's never alone, because I'm here, even though he thinks I'm dead, or whatever. Or gone, whatever that means. After all,
he's only experienced 15 seasons, while the Legion has existed for that many generations.
Attention! Attention! All personnel are to assemble in the Great Hall.
The Great Hall?
Ixnay, mighty. Just follow the procession. Say, Nux, isn't that sure scary and ugly? Yeah, that's him, all right. Any idea what this is about? What else but the Chaos Emerald? This is what it has always been about. After all this time, we stand on the threshold of returning to our former glory. With the last son of Edmund burned to a crisp, there's nothing to step... Huh? I'd rethink that concept if I were you. Who said that? Who dares mock Kragok? I dare! Insolent pup! I'll have you flogged for this! It'll take more than your hot air to get that job done. You!
I've been awaiting this moment for a long time, Steppenwolf.
But do you come as a friend or a foe? I come alone, with the hope of working out an agreement. I doubt very much that anything you say... I should have known you were not to be trusted. I think you got that backwards. What else could explain an assassin wearing your colors? I think we can do without the weapons. No matter. It's still payback time, Steppenwolf. Payback? For what? What have I ever... Manica! Why? Surprise, cousin? That's amazing, considering it was your father's treachery that resulted in my father's death. I spent many a night at his graveside in contemplation over that. Then one night, I was startled by the flashes of emerald light that shot up from the ground over where my father lay. I didn't understand how or why, but it was as if my father had sent me a message. Don't you see? He wanted me to continue what he had started. All I understand is If you continue what you started, it could mean disaster for our people. Such power at your command, Steppenwolf. Seems Father wasn't the only one attracted to the energy of the Chaos Emerald, was he? You and yours will pay, Steppenwolf! We have all paid for Dimitri's pride and arrogance, Menaka.
This was only the beginning, Steppenwolf.
Christopheles!
What Dimitri started continued with his son. Who knows where it goes from here?
That's a question for another day.
So I'm not entirely clear as to who is what when it comes to this lineage, because, like, I'm guessing Menaker is Dimitri's son and Dimitri is Enerjack now, and Steppenwolf is the predecessor to Knuckles. Is that what do I have that right? So far, I'm right. I have no idea how. I could have sworn I was going to get one of those things wrong. Keeping track of Ken's and Echidna family tree is pointlessly confusing. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You want a job done right? Do it yourself, as I always say.
About time we had some action. I was getting bored with all this sitting around.
Sorry.
Guess you'll have to get somebody else to do the job then. Whoosh. Has everyone gone insane? There's nobody there. Urge. You haven't any idea what you're dealing with, you simpleton. No, he doesn't. But I do. I use technology to help defeat Dimitri. Well, I'll grip a glass jaw. Whoosh. Despite going against the teachings of the Brotherhood.
The Dark Brotherhood?
Guess we're a couple of nobodies, eh, SBO?
Speak for yourself, Charmy. Because all things considered.
Oh, there you are.
Archimedes! Where were you when I didn't need you? I feared putting the Chaos Emerald in jeopardy the most. Sorry, guys, no soft rock. Just plenty of heavy metal.
So break through it all and don't look down. We won't be there. It's just like super loud.
Now, more so because of my son, I'm reminded of my duties and the link a guardian has with the Emerald. Knox, we gotta beat feet.
Too late.
Chill, fellas. We gotten out of bigger pickles before. What are you waiting for, you morons? Shoot them! Ugh. Huh? Our blasters aren't working. What do you mean not There's your window of opportunity, my son. Now to see if you make the most of it.
Time to leave, gentlemen. Otherwise, we run the risk of overstaying our welcome.
You lead the chaotic...
Why even make a division of panels here? What's the point? It's all one scene anyway. Like, why did you have to divide the panels?
You lead the chaotics out of here, Archie. I got me a first-class jerk to track down. Don't go away, Matt Clyde. In fact, don't go away. You got a lot of questions to answer. That's what you think. First no power, now overload. Can somebody please tell me what's going down? I'm afraid to disappoint you, Vector, but only a Guardian can know these secrets. Knuckles still has a long way to go before he's ready.
Why? He's not gonna learn any of this shit if you don't explain it to him. My god. Kingdom Hearts lore is ultra confusing, so confusing to the point where we don't mention it. I mean, I don't think it's that. Personally, I don't think it's that confusing. A game called Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's not even the second game. It's the second game of its style. It's the second game in the main, like, where the bigger things happen.
Until next time! Oh boy, this'll be a gas. Trying to figure out which one. So much for that. This place ain't going to pieces because they built it, Cheesy. Incredible. To think they would waste a dump like this. No sign of anyone. The Dark Legion must have gotten out already. Hope the guys made through it okay. Knuckles, never thought I'd be so happy to see your ugly mug. You're one to talk. Where's Cragawk and the Dark Legion?
Not a trace of them anywhere, Knuckles. They must have had a prearranged escape route.
Nuts. We were so unprepared for them this time. Next time, however. Next time will be a different story. Yeah, alright.
The end. For now, look for Knuckles to return in the not-too-distant future in Knuckles Archives Volume 2, coming soon. Did they ever do that? Oh, they did! Knuckles goes all the way up to 6. I forgot about that. He goes all the way up to... Oh, shit. God damn, I didn't realize the Knuckles stuff ran concurrently for so long. Jesus. There's 32 goddamn issues of the Knuckles comic. Wow. I had no idea. No. Chain of Memories has really important things happen. All the games do. Yeah, when they go to the castle, remember that one? And they meet, pink hair guy and Thunder Girl and red hair dude that everyone loves. Very important things happen in Chain of Memories. Except for Recoded, yes. Recoded literally adds nothing to the story. I hate Recoded. Hey, it's an air duct system large enough for Knuckles to crawl through, just like in the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I love they have 2 recreation lounges. It explains where the fuck he was the whole time. Introduces Nominee. Axel's a pretty cool guy with loads of people rooting for him. Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I do think that I'm just being facetious when I say that Chain of Memories doesn't introduce anything. But Recoded is like, it's a retread of a retread, and then the only thing you learn at the end is like, Sora learns about Aqua, Terra, and Ventus. And that's about it. Like, that's the only purpose that Recoded serves is to find out what the hell was in the letter that Mickey sent, which could have been explained at the end of fucking Birth by Sleep. Recoded literally has no reason to exist. It adds nothing to the story. Bring back Trevor the Giraffe. Oh yay, way to entice me into reading. Thank you, K-Fire. No, Nomura had his chance. He tried to make it relevant in Kingdom Hearts 3. Or in Dream Drop Distance by, like, having little bits and pieces where, like, everything comes together. And like the one thing he does to introduce Recoded is have like Maleficent and Pee-Pee there, and then like they leave, and then nothing happens. I've never played Club Penguin, no. What the fuck? One fateful day, a benevolent scientist directed his talents towards an ingenious effort to prolong the lives of Mobian citizens. And in doing so, inadvertently created an instrument of domination used as part of a sweeping tide of tyranny, signaling the downfall of planet Mobius and its kingdom of Acorn.
For the love of Mobius! No! The robotization process worked all too well! Now my brother is just a mindless machine!
Oh, that's who this character is? Okay. I vaguely know this character. I remember this character from the comic that I owned as a kid, and I always assumed, because this has to be Uncle Chuck, right? This hedgehog has to be Uncle Chuck, and this robot is, I guess, Sonic's dad. Oh, it's Sonic's dad. Oh. Would I ever attempt a rewrite of the Kingdom Hearts lore? That would be fun. It would just be difficult to do. Because I feel like there's a lot of intricacies to it. The reason why it was fun with Sonic was because, like, it's short and sweet. Kingdom Hearts is long. So, like, there's a lot of stuff I need to explain. Countdown to Armageddon. Ah, fun. You'd love to hear it. Ah, Ken and Kent. Here we go. Nelson Ortega. Have we ever seen that artist before? I don't think so.
That is way past cool, Uncle Chuck. How you doing it?
Where's the popcorn?
Well, Sonic, what kind of spy would I be if I didn't install the newest digital video technology directly into my optic senses? Not only can I record what I see, but I can also play back any pre-recorded video.
Wait, why does Dulcie look like this now? Aren't her colors completely different from what they were before? Wasn't Dulcie purple before?
Yeah, but you have a dish antenna with 100 movie stations? Dulcie.
The elbow with the 5 things. So, thank you. If I'm going to complain about roboticization, you want me to educate you on what you know, so pay attention to your messages. No, because I don't want anybody to spoil anything. That's kind of the point, is for me to read these and learn about how this happens as I read. Oh, she was green. Oh, okay.
Not quite. However, retrieved from Robotropolis by my spy network, this video is a byproduct of a secret surveillance system used in the former royal palace, and provides proof that Robotnik, in his former identity as Warlord Julian, sabotaged my original roboticizer. It was his intervention that transformed a tool of medicine into a weapon of war. And except for a few times when we were lucky, I don't think we'll ever be able to de-roboticize all those poor souls. Some humanitarian I am.
So, hold on. You're only explaining the basics? Well, is this explained later? Because if it's explained later, I can still bitch about it now, because they don't have... Because I'm assuming that the knowledge you have about roboticization comes from the comics, yes? If so, that means that these are things that are explained later on. But at the same time, if it's inconsistent now and you just explain it later and it's still inconsistent, it's still inconsistent. Like, just because you try to retcon it later on. Like, for example, this is a retcon. This is another retcon that we've seen. You can't look at this and be like, it's just your understanding of it. Okay, well, go ahead. I mean, I don't think it's going to matter all too much, but yeah, go ahead and explain it. Because this does conflict with, like, what we know before. Like, you would think that Robotnik was the one who built a roboticizer and, like, the purposes for why he built it are pretty obvious. And now they're explaining like, oh, it was Uncle Chuck who built the roboticizer, which I understand why, but at the same time, I don't know, it's just weird, I guess. And if you built the deroboticizer, couldn't you just... if you built the roboticizer, couldn't you, Uncle Chuck, the inventor that you are, build a deroboticizer and maybe have, I don't know, Rotor help you build one?
Oh, it's not your fault!
Don't despair. I have an idea while Rotor looks after Father. This would be a perfect time for one of my special military retreats. Oh, Jeffrey!
Adobe Flash as twilight descends, Princess Sally attempts to use the picturesque Great Forest as a serene backdrop to renew her troops' resolve. But as the campfire powwow takes place, I can't tell who that is. Is that Uncle Chuck? Or I think that's Sally.
And your video camera eyes are a great addition to your espionage activities.
I only demonstrated them in a vain attempt to bolster my own courage. The truth is, I'm just Robotnik's pawn. He knew my guilt would force me to resign my position as the kingdom's scientific advisor. So I suppressed my remorse by transforming from Sir Charles, inventor, to Uncle Chuck, chili dog proprietor.
Okay. Way to explain that one, I guess. A fate worse than death. Not only is it an agonizing process to go through, but your skin turns to metal, your blood to oil. Ross with the 5, thank you so much. In Season 2, the roboticizer was originally made to make people young or heal injuries. Robotnik stole the plans and reprogrammed for his evil plans. You would think that that would make more sense. I mean, and maybe that is kind of what they're implying here, too. Is that, like, Robotnik... Because they are saying that Robotnik used it for his own purposes, but they don't really explicitly explain that he reprogrammed it at all. They more so make it seem like, oh, he didn't know that by making them robots that they would turn into mindless machines. He thought that they would, retain their autonomy or their, like, their consciousness. You can only be deroboticized by the same roboticizer, so if the one that changed you is destroyed, you're stuck that way. That's stupid. Why? If you have a machine that can turn someone into a robot, could you not, like, per that logic, make a machine that is independent from roboticizers or deroboticizers that would change any robot into a person? Like, what are the rules there? Your eyes to optics and your brain to a CPU, and unless Sonic smashes you, you can't die, and even worse, your conscience is basically trapped within the CPU, forcing you to helplessly watch. No, why not? Why can you do one thing one way, but then not do the same thing the other way? If it's like a magic fucking machine that can turn skin into metal, then surely there's gotta be a machine you can build that can turn metal into flesh again. That's silly. That's so dumb.
Still, our discovery that one of our own agents, Sleuth Doggy Dog, is now a convicted traitor is further evidence of my shortcomings. I didn't even know about the existence of the Death Egg until it was almost too late for us all. I have failed, more often than not, Princess.
That's not true. In the first 2 instances, the only thing you didn't do is dig deep enough for the truth.
Yeah. That's what I would call a failure. Why? What? Yeah, I didn't do enough. What part of that is hard to follow?
That's right. You certainly made a success as a chili dog restaurant chain champ.
It sounds like the wolves. Oh, and it looks like we all got company.
Yeah, and what's that noise? Why would... I mean, I understand how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Sonic, Tails, Antoine, and Bunny, but it's just weird that... I don't know. The way I'm reading it, it's weird that they would expect me to read that one next.
What do you say, Sonic the Hedgehog? Let's shed a little light on our intruders. He's off, girl. I recognize him. They're the band of freedom fighters known as the Wolf Pack. Lupe, good to see you. Greetings, Princess. I'm glad we stumbled upon your friendly campsite after a fierce battle.
First seen in the animated episode Cry of the Wolf. Oh. Well, I didn't know that. I don't know what adventures they went on because I'm not watching the show. I'm reading the comics. Bro is going to town on the dogs. That's Crystal from Star Fox. Kind of does look like her. It's Tails in the background, too. Adobe Flash asks the covert group of freedom fighters detail their recent conflict.
And Robotnik's building a new line of superbots.
I hope they're not worse than his combots. Drago, don't you like your chili wiener?
Yes. What's disturbing me is that after leaving a den of robots, we are now feeding with one.
What do you mean? What you mean? Uncle Chuck is one of us.
Really? How do you know he's not Robotnik's spy?
Because I say so, tough guy. And when Sonic the Amateur...
Oh.
And when Sonic the Amateur speaks, people listen, love. Now take my professional advice. Cut down the campfire before you attract the entire planet.
Oh, God. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Jeffrey St. John, what are you doing here?
Remember him, gang? He first appeared in the Princess Sally miniseries and has been a pain in Sonic's side ever since issue 31st. Also a pedophile. Hello, love.
I guess you could say I've been doing a bit of sleuthing by doggedly following Chucky's every move. Speaking of doggy, what you doing later, love?
Sounds more like spying to me.
Interesting choice of words, mate. Especially since the agent who uncovered your video was one of Robotnik's spies. Sleuth doggy dog.
Is this true?
Can we skip this now? Don't make that sound again.
Yes, but it was weeks before you discovered Sleuth to be a traitor.
Still, that doesn't mean the tape isn't authentic.
Isn't that convenient? One spy covering up for another. Too bad you didn't realize my rebel underground sniffed out your deception.
We didn't know you sniffed, we just thought you smelled. Quiet, Dulcie. What deception?
Don't you blokes get it? Chucky's spy network and phony video were just a ruse to cover up for the fact that he's working for the other side.
Are you naturally this stupid or do you just practice?
This isn't a game, boy. You're an over your head. This man's war.
Oh, in this man's war.
Ooh, well, your head's gonna be sucking dirt instead of my girlfriend's mouth.
Also, like, we're constantly reminded, right? We're constantly reminded, or like the writers supposedly tell us that like Sally's heart belongs to Sonic and like her heart only belongs to like the blue boy or whatever. And then the second that like Jeffrey shows up and gives her a giant wet flopping kiss, she's like, hold on, let him cook. Like, bitch, what are you doing?
Still haven't learned yet, mate. Takes more than speed. It also takes skill, experience, and cunning.
Same energy as shadow kicking silver. I approve. Thank you, Luminant. Appreciate you.
Too bad it's the last lesson you'll ever learn.
Jeffrey, no!
Oh. Are you motherfucking kidding me? Are you shitting me that Antoine is the one that needs to come to Sonic's rescue and not Sally? Antoine, Mr. I can't let Sonic marry the princess because I'm in love with her and he's kind of a pain in the ass, is the one standing up for Sonic instead of Sally. Sally's not doing a damn old thing. Sally's not doing a damn old thing. She's just letting Jeffrey do whatever the fuck he wants. And Antoine's the one that's like, bam. You recall almost every time Jeffrey kissed Sally, he's the one who leads. No, that's true. That is very true. But has Sally ever said, like, stop at any point? Like, I'm not saying that Jeffrey's not to blame. He's absolutely to blame. But I don't think Sally's ever said no, right?
That is enough! The Hedgehog may be the imbecile like you, but even he does not deserve death! Saved and insult in the same second. That's speed. Wow, what a punch!
What's your problem, mate? Oh, this doesn't involve you.
My problem is with you, Lepew. I will no longer subdue my doubts about you. You dare to say Uncle Chuck is a traitor. No, it is you who is the spy. How can that be? Years ago, the top general and close friend...
Let him cook. Let him cook right now. The only time she said stop was because I needed to focus on the train that one time. Right, yes, you're correct.
The top general and close friend convinced the king that one day he might need the rebel underground. I was a cadet in training, preparing for the day when the kingdom might be attacked from her enemies.
Oh, look at young Antoine, dude. I love that his toupee is actually like what his hair used to look like. Unless he's just always worn a toupee, even as a child. Or they just retcon the fact that that's a toupee. I don't know.
Before the underground was established, however, the general became the casualty of Robotnik's war. Then you show, poof, claiming to be the leader.
Who was his supposed general, mate?
My father, you fucking idiot. He was my father, and I told you, and I say you have stolen my family honor.
I never even knew the bloke.
Exactly, and you don't know the king either. You are the imposter. That's enough. Back off and we'll sort this out.
I never knew Twan wasn't a real soldier.
Yup, like us, he was too young. As a tribute to his father, he wears his uniform.
So, Sonic, you knew that and you just never said anything? JPJ, thank you for the 5. Okay, you like Antoine now. I've never not liked Antoine. I always thought he was, like, funny, but he's earned my respect now. You know what I mean? I respect him now. I never disliked Antoine. I just never thought much about it. Oh, to be fair, I did kind of dislike him during the whole trial of Sonic the Hedgehog thing. He was kind of a bitch about that, but who wrote this issue? This was Penders. This was Penders and Taylor. Ken and Kent. He is the sussy baka. It's true.
And like all of us, he rose to the occurrence of war with exceptional courage.
You mean he wasn't always a doofus?
Damn, Tails.
Nope. In fact, in the early days, sugar, of the war, he even saved my life.
Aw.
Ever the dashing hero, he bowed before royalty, offering his honor and courage to restore the realm. In time, his loyalty sprouted to misguided love, but without the love he craved from Sally or his missing father, he kinda lost his way.
Aw, is Antoine gonna be one of my favorite characters now? Bruh. Is he gonna be a fucking Giga Chad, like Aura says? Oh, then this isn't fucking lasting.
Gosh, I never knew! Maybe I should say something to him! No, I'll go. Antoine, no matter what's happened in the past, I want y'all to know I think you're very brave. Merci, Bonnie. It's nice to know someone cares. I care. Mwah.
Aww. L with a heart of may be in the air tonight, but unfortunately it is overshadowed by doubt and suspicion.
Drago, where have you been all this time?
I just went for a walk.
That is the third time you left the pack this week without official leave.
Are you saying I'm shirking my duties?
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to be keeping an eye on you.
Good. Watch your renegade, no watch mine.
And I say it is you who is a traitor.
Yeah, and maybe we'll beat the truth out of you.
Stop it! There have been a lot of accusations today, but not one substantiated.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I mean, are you not listening to what Antoine said? Like, use your brain here, Sal. Like, if all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dude shows up and he's like, yes, I'm the leader of the Rebel Underground. It's like, oh, then what happened to the previous leader of the Underground? You never knew the guy, then why'd they appoint you all of a sudden? Who the fuck are you? Who's this council? Also, if the Rebel Alliance still exists and they were under King Acorn, did they pledge allegiance to Robotnik after the fact? Because why would they not report to, I don't know, the next in line for the throne?
Everyone here has proven their loyalty, and time will tell if I'm wrong.
Wow, what a way to lead a kingdom, Sal.
Until then, let's all put our differences aside. If the king and the realm are ever to be saved, we must hope and pray that Knuckles the Echidna is successful in his quest.
On a quest to find King Acorn's magic penis, Destiny decreed Knuckles would meet a paladin. Nux met Sir Connery in the last issue. Unraveling the Holy Knight's cryptic clues, the heroic Echidna vainly searches the numerous caverns of his floating island home. And then he meets with Dr. Doom. Like many historic expeditions, that which is not found by fortitude. Destroyer Kitty with the 2, thank you so much. That felt like an issue of a soap opera. It really did, didn't it?
Well, I'll just have to see if I fucked up. And if I did, oh well, you know?
Can sometimes be discovered by cum. Of course, if it's preceded by Sir and followed by stance. A goat, a raven, and a swan song. Wow, they wrote both stories of this comic? Oh, shit. Are we on the dawn of them just dominating the fucking, like, the entire Archie run?
Whoa! Guess I should have heed those old warnings. Watch that first step and beware the skeletons in the closet. Fortunately, being able to glide allows me to slow the fall. Too bad my buddy can't do the same.
Also, whose skeleton is this? Like, I mean, it's not, it could be a human, but then they have, like, really thick or really sharp fangs there. Who even is this? A game theory. Upon landing, Knuckles begins to explore this lower cavern.
These markings look like ancient mystic runes. Maybe I'm finally onto something.
Traveling down the damp, fungus-encrusted cavern bank, the enterprising Echidna encounters a horrific stench, whose increasing intensity acts like a homing beacon, ultimately furnishing a vantage point.
Oh-wee-oh. Oh-wee-oh. Weird smell plus weird chattings equals weird dudes. And those weirdos look like the wizard and alchemist the ancient walkers warned me about. Oh-wee-oh. Oh-wee-oh. Based on where I found them, I'll bet they're also Matthias Poe and Damocles the Elder.
That reflection is short-lived, as the same circumstance that brought Knuckles here also compromises his strategic position.
Time for a little surprise. Whoa! Ah!
What? Who dares invade the sanctum of Matthias Poe?
Guardian of the floating island wouldn't normally do. Right now, I think I'm owner of the broken tush.
And so the rest of you shall follow. By the potions of Poe, direction of Damocles, and herbs of this kettle, I bring forth a golem made of metal!
Don't you think you ought to leave the bot making to Dr. Robotnik? You guys may think you're going to set up shop on my island, but I'm gonna close you down!
I beg to differ!
Holy, my Sunday best didn't even slow him down! What's it going to take to stop this thing? Golems are only animate if they get a constant supply of magic life. Therefore, it's time for a distraction.
How do you know this?
Who's that?
Ah! Roasted Raven, everyone's favorite! Ah!
Hey, looks like the big lump stripped a gear.
Sniffly, you turned into a bird. Who is Sally really? I agree. Who is Sally really?
He's vulnerable now! Terminate him!
Hasta la vista, Iron Pants!
Good thing for you, I'm up on magical lore and hitched a ride on your backpack to save your butt.
Oh, so he was the one who said this earlier. Oh, I was gonna say, like, how did Knuckles know that?
Thanks, Teach. But what did you do to the dummy? He's not moving.
If you'd stop being a dummy, you'd realize this dummy is a dummy. And by the way he directed his spells at it, I'm willing to bet it's a magical focus of sorts.
Should have figured. The ancient walkers did say a sorcerer, wizard, and alchemist who stand alone, which means Poe here does a solo act.
Which gives rise to the question, where's the real Damocles the Elder?
Who cares? Still haven't found King Acorn's sword. Look out! Those spell potions are eating away at the dummy like acid! Swoosh!
No, they're not! They're transforming it!
Do you guys remember, like, that episode of The Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy becomes so stupid that, like, half of his face, like, melts on his face? That's how I feel right now. Like, what's happening here? Like, what episode was that? I honestly don't remember, but that's how I feel right now.
You were right. The dummy is a disguised magical talisman.
Why? What the fuck purpose? Why wasn't this? Okay, whatever. This just seems stupid and convenient. Like,
all along, it was really the Sword of Acorns. I finally got it. Okay, take me to the Hall of Limbo. Show me the Crown of Acorns. What the? Oh, okay, take me to the Hall of Limbo. Show me the Crown of Acorns. What the? It didn't do a thing.
Perhaps it only works for royalty. Too bad. Well, at least you kept your promise.
True. My quest is over. All that's left now is to return this sword to Princess Sally and hope she can use it to save the king.
When and will that happen? Keep reading Sonic to find out. But we gotta read another issue first. We gotta read the Supersonic Special issue, #1. Sonic vs. Knuckles in a battle royale. What the fuck? Why? Oh, for the sword? How could this possibly... Oh my god! How could this possibly in any which way get misconstrued? What the fuck, dude? Oh my god, okay. What kind of stupid shit is going to happen in this issue that's going to cause these two factions to fight each other? What possibly, dude? Fight for the sake of cool fight scenes. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. I do remember this cover though. I always thought this was a cool one. I think at some point I might have tried to like recreate it actually as a kid. Yeah, this is a Taylor and Penders story. Wait. His name is Ken Penders, right? Or is it? Yeah, Ken Penders. So this got it wrong because it says Kent Taylor and Ken Pender. Sally's not Amy. I agree, David. Thank you for the 2. It's Kenners Penders. Oh, oops, my bad. Since the beginning of time, living creatures have fought one another for a variety of reasons. Some fought for personal honor, some in order to attain a certain goal or prize, and some just for their own survival. Just as varied as the reasons for fighting a battle are the means and methods for engaging in combat. Some openly declare war, some conduct it in a sneaky manner, while still others seek the buffer of those acting as agents on their behalf. It is this third manner which can be the most insidious way to fight. For those doing battle, in all likelihood, are but pawns of a greater purpose known only to the instigator. Sonic and his friends have the added burden of fighting in a battle not only against those they've allied themselves in times past, but under the specter that one of their own may indeed be working against them. In this, the story of the ages... Okay, whatever. Ken Penders went through self-duplication into 2 Ken Pender. Little did I know Penders was actually a plural. That's funny. Ever an awesome sight to behold, the grand spectacle that is the floating island always sparks awe, even in minds heavy with doubts of future existence. What the fuck are you talking about? Good lord, I feel like you're just adding words for the sake of adding words. Still, today's journey filled with promise of new prosperity for the freedom fighters is nevertheless laden with anxiety, as it was initiated by a distress call. Okay.
I wonder, will we have the triumph of the doom when we once again visit Knuckles' room? Nice rhyming, Antoine. Come on, Antoine. It certainly sounded like good news when Rotor arrived at our campfire powwow to tell us Knux was successful in his quest. Unfortunately, Knux's radioed message also said the island was under siege.
Why weren't the specials part of the Sonic archives? Like, why do we only have these in, like, paper form and not digitized form? It's weird, because this is, like, part of the main story, so, like, it almost doesn't it doesn't really make sense why we wouldn't have, like, a digital version of this.
Unfortunately, Knux's radioed message also said the island was under siege, and after all he's done for us, the least we owe him is a little support.
But after a long and seemingly fruitless expedition...
How come there's no sign of Knux or a battle?
Battle Royale. Part 1. Or Battle Royal, because that's technically not Battle Royale.
That's because we just finished defeating our enemies, thanks to the mystic power of the King's Sword. In fact, it was so sweet, we got orders from Knux to send you packing without it.
Okay, they're probably under some weird fucking mind spell or some shit. Okay, hear me out. Why does Antoine look like Levi Ackerman? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me get a good example photo of this. Actually, this is kind of perfect. Dude, is Antoine an Ackerman? It looks just like Levi, dude. Twan Ackerman. If Ken doesn't give him ODM gear, I swear to God.
But what about Knuckles' solemn vow?
Oh, Tails does look cute here. I actually like this art style a lot. Not a fan of how Sonic's drawn, but like everyone else looks pretty damn good. Rotor looks a little goofy too, but not bad.
Thou schmow! Looks like what I've always said is still true. Old Pointyhead can't be trusted.
Dude, what are you talking about? My God.
Hey, I said can't be trusted, not I want to be busted.
Too bad. We don't like your attitude.
Besides, there's too many unwanted visitors to the floating island, so we're kicking you off.
Boom. Hey, what's the big idea? I thought we were all friends.
Knox decided only to hang with his homeboys. Anyone else gets the beat down. Come on, let's find Nux and talk this out.
Too late for that. These guys got our dandruff up.
Oh, honestly, a fight between Bunny and Mighty would be sick.
Cool down, Sonic. Take them down, but with minimum force.
You won't take us down before we take you out.
Out of the way, Dulcie! Let me at him!
You heard Sally. We're just trying to stop him.
Yeah,
Oh God. I see Vector and Rotor in the same frame, and I'm like, my brain short circuits like how to do the voice.
yeah, you guys are gonna stick around while we sort this out. Not if the powers of the nearby Archimedes have anything to say about it. We'll be back and Knuckles will be with us.
That's so unlike Knuckles. Whatever is he thinking?
That is an interesting Tails face. Oh my God, I don't like Dulcie's. Ooh.
Are you kidding, Sal? They're all nuts on this island. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Something's not right. Oh,
Something's not right here, and we're not leaving until we find out what, and most certainly not without the sword. Let's go, everyone.
Be ready for anything.
Some elsewhere in the jungle.
the nerve of those guys.
Yeah, after what you did for the princess, Nux.
I don't think she's the one. She's the one spoiling for a fight. Something must have riled up that dopey hedgehog.
SPL looks like he's drawn in like an 80s anime.
Guys, I think we have company. Okay, you mugs, what's the big idea threatening us on the radio? You were coming here to kick our butts.
We told you! You took too long to return the king's sword, and now you're gonna pay! Ma!
Dude, look at I love this Tails frame.
Hey, it's not like we were going to keep it.
If that's so, why have you kept possession of it for over a month?
Why is she going to, like, sit on Vector? What the hell? Isn't the penciler Sam Maxwell? Let me check. I don't think I actually checked who the penciler was in this one. Yes, he sure was. Have we seen his art before? I don't know if we have.
What are you talking about? Knuckles only just found it.
I was gonna deliver it by hand any day.
Yeah, right.
I was trying to make sure if that made sense with how I said it.
Listen, I'm putting a stop to this right now.
Now give up before we really clobber you.
You losers! The freedom fighters don't give up that easily!
And we'll prove it when we come back with reinforcements to take the sword and take you out.
You think that convinced them?
More than did the trick. I can't wait for the real fun to start. Yeah!
So confused here, reader? Surprisingly so are Knuckles and company. Okay, well, why don't you just explain it instead of, like, making this whole charade? This is stupid.
I don't get it, Nux. They threatened us and Bailey put up a fight.
Doesn't make sense to me either, Mighty. Archimedes! I hate when you do that.
I came to warn you, Knuckles. Things aren't what they seem.
You bet they aren't.
No, you bet they aren't, and we're gonna find out why. Right here and right now.
So why did you say that? Well, what did it matter who Sam Maxwell was? All that great to you? It's funny because, like, sometimes I really do like it, and then other times I'm just like, what the fuck? What was he doing? Like, I like this Espio pose, but then some of it just seems like Knuckles seems like he didn't know what to do with Knuckles. Charmy looks pretty good. Mighty's pretty good. I'm kind of indifferent to everyone else. This Tails looks, it's super inconsistent. Like, this Tails looks nothing like the Tails here. I love that the way that this Tails is drawn on this panel. I like the way Sally's drawn there. Espio looks kind of awkward. Sonic's pose here is supremely awkward. And then, like, look at this Tails, too. Like, these were drawn by the same person. It's so bizarre. Confused your reader? Yes, several times. Yeah, if you knew it was confusing, don't make it confusing. Why do you choose to do this? I agree. Oh, yeah. Look at Sally's face in this one. Even she's sick of this shit.
This is it, you finks! I can see boys will be boys. This calls for saner heads. If there's one thing I really hate, it's chiselers who go back on their word.
You've lost it. You've totally lost it. Either that or you got one big death wish. You can't kick us freedom fighters around and get away with it. Yo, boy, you'll be the one who dissed us first.
Sonic, wait! Oh, this is hopeless.
Wait, why does it look like Bunny's fighting Antoine? Like, I know she's pointing at Espio, but because Espio's pointing back, but they didn't really know what to do with Antoine, and her eyes almost look like they're looking at Antoine, so it just feels... Why is Dulcie here? I'm so confused, dude. Yeah, I like how he draws hands too, actually. Oh my god, this does not read the way you thought it read.
This is pathetic!
Oh, this is pathetic. Go on back to your playpen, kid.
Who are you calling a kid? If it's all the same to you boys, I'd rather make love, not war.
Seems a funny way. You got a funny way of showing it.
Hey, no fair! How am I supposed to see you?
Get real. What in life is fair these days?
My friends, that's what!
Wow, what dialogue.
Whoa, that was close! You really gotta do something about all that pent-up hostility, sugar.
When it comes to, like, perspective things, I kind of like how he draws those, too. Like, I love how he draws Bunny's legs here. But then, like, I feel like Espio's face is almost a little too squash and stretchy. And I love me squash and stretch. I love squash and stretch, but I do think that it can be a little too much sometimes.
Tails and Bunny might have their own special abilities, but I'm not without my own. Here, smoke in your eyes, you crazy crook. You've got some brass, sucker. Let's see you swear after I'm done kicking your buttocks.
Don't tell me this big bad dragon is scared of little old me.
Didn't your mother ever tell you it's not polite to point?
No.
Evasive maneuvers! Pull up! Pull up! Dulcie! I can't... Look!
What this situation needs is calm, cool thinking, princess. Wouldn't you agree?
Easier said than done with those two.
Wow. Had enough dreadlocks?
Dreadlocks? Dreadlocks. Okay. That's not as much of a good one as you think it is, Sonic. David with the 2, thank you so much. Let's just be friends, people. I don't know why they're not. I don't understand. Yeah, I wish my body was silly putty so I could just like whoop and make my fingies longer. Make playing guitar easier.
You sure can't dish it, but you sure can't dish it out, you spockhead rodent. But can you take my gut buster?
Ugh! Enough fun and games, boys.
Ugh.
We need to powwow. All right, my friend, you're going to explain what's going on here. Otherwise, this could get ugly. What does this princess think she's doing?
Like this, for example. Like, what the hell perspective is this for Mighty? This doesn't even read well at all. I play guitar? I mean, a little bit. I don't play guitar well, but I can play a couple chords.
Acting like the bold field commander she is, most likely, sugar. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I think it's time we cut to the chase. You really think you can keep up with me? Allow the dragon to keep up with you, Charmy. What? Archimedes? But how? Never mind that. Just lure the dragon towards the princess and I.
Oh! I hope this works.
If everyone does as they're told it should, get ready now!
Dulcie's here specifically only for that reason. So that she could breathe fire and that Archimedes could breathe fire too. And now Mammoth Mogul's here? What the fuck is happening, dude? Ugh.
At last, victory is mine! Savor the sweet smell of success, my menacing minions! Before long, the world shall be ours!
Lightning Lynx, Flying Froge, Predator Hawk. These are all Mega Man villains. These are all master robots without the robot part. No, they're specifically like Mega Man X Reploids or whatever the fuck they're called.
Hey, don't you think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves? Insolent wretch! You dare doubt my power? Perhaps a little reminder is needed. I may not be the peak of my abilities, but that doesn't mean I can't handle the likes of you!
Mavericks, thank you. Thank you, Aura. Then what were the Reploids? I don't even remember. Yeah, we still have no reason as to why we're fighting. You guys just think that Knuckles hasn't delivered the sword yet, but apparently Knuckles hasn't delivered the sword yet, so I don't understand.
I've been planning and scheming since before you were born. Since your last encounter with the Chaotix, it was apparent brute strength alone wouldn't work. So I let them think they gained an easy victory, not knowing our true mission was simply to assess their skills and powers. With that accomplished, I bided my time until I could properly exploit what I had learned.
Oh, sure. Oh, Mavericks are rogue Reploids. Gotcha. The fearsome foursome, the sinister six.
And when opportunity presented itself with a sort of acorn, I knew at last all my planning had come to fruition. As I watched the Echidna contact the freedom fighters, I realized what problems lay ahead in accomplishing my objective. Alone, there'd be no match, but together, they could possibly thwart my plans. That's why I seized the moment, making use of my vast psionic abilities to alter the realities of my unwitting pawns. What neither the walrus or Echidna realized was that they were watching images generated through my thought waves. I control the horizontal. I control the vertical.
Really? They're retconning even this shit too?
And the island's under siege again. So for now, we're keeping the sword. Hold fast! We're on our way to help!
You've taken too long to return the sword. Return the sword. We're coming for it and you.
What are you jabbering about?
This is stupid. This is a really stupid plot.
There was still danger that cooler heads would prevail, so I created the illusion of the fearsome foursome as members of the freedom fighters and the chaotics in order to fan the flames of mistrust between the opposing sides. Having baited the Hedgehog and friends, we then made the chaotics believe the worst concerning the freedom fighters, allowing us to watch from the sidelines while they battle amongst themselves.
Yeah, that was quite the plan, man.
That voice! You all survived! But how?
We have some business to square with you first, bub.
Isn't this somewhat unfair? 2 against 1?
Hey, they started it, and we're finishing it.
Feel free to screenshot this guy. Dude, he still looks like Levi. He's got it. He's ready to just use his ODM gear there. See, that's what happened. It's still stupid. Don't get me wrong. It's still stupid. Just because they explained it doesn't mean it's not stupid. Dude, does Mammoth Mogul count as a Titan? Antoine, go for the nape!
Is that so? I think my elite guard might think otherwise. Have at them! So much for them losers.
Yeah, snot-nose. Time to pay the piper.
I don't understand. I saw the lot of you vaporized. How could you?
You said it yourself. Cooler heads might prevail. Archimedes and I knew that.
Dude, I don't know why I'm never gonna get that name right. First try. Archimedes
and I knew something stunk here, and believing the real enemy to be watching, we put on a little performance to cover up our plan.
They loved doing this shit, I've noticed. They loved doing the whole we were in on it the whole time bullshit. Like, it's so, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of storytelling like that. Like, it can be effective, don't get me wrong. It can work, but more often than not, it just ends up being too convenient, is my problem with it. Because it's just like, oh, we knew the whole time that we weren't supposed to be fighting each other. It's just that you thought that we didn't know, you know? And I don't know. Yeah, they think it's smart, but it really isn't. Rumbling, body rumbling. All I ever wanted to do was kick some ass. Never wanted a hall pass. And sorry.
Using powers you probably didn't know Archimedes has. You covertly contacted Charming to begin Phase 1. Who in turn told me to
begin Phase 2. Archimedes and I pulled a fast one that created a diversion.
And while the cool flames made us look like we were taking the heat, Archie teleported us safely, which gave us time to figure out both our gangs were taking the rap for your homies.
I feel like that's how I draw hands, and I don't like how this hand was drawn.
And how you came to that how was it you came upon that brief flash of brilliance?
'Cause you didn't do your homework. Mighty said that the powers of the nearby Archimedes helped him to escape.
But the chaotics know that Archie has to touch you to do his vanishing routine.
You may have disguised your soldiers, but you didn't disguise their powers.
Everyone knows I only have super strength in my left arm.
Ah. Sure. Okay.
While your guy was quick, he has nowhere near the speed of the blue doofball.
Ooh.
And how come only 4 of 6 chaotics attacked us?
And how come 7 freedom fighters landed, but only 4 attacked us? Also, no way Mike would have attacked me without talking first. Oh, without talking first, or at least saying hi. You see, Tall, Dark, and Hairy, we're old pals.
So, Big Jumbo,
I kind of want to just play like a clip of Levi. What is it? I forget what he sounds like in the dub. Because he's voiced by Matt Mercer, isn't he, in the dub? Hold on. God damn it. Who is he voiced by? I can't remember. It is. Okay, it is Matt Mercer. Okay.
So, Big Jumbo, you are not only the big person, but also the big fool. Now that your scheme is kaput, hand over the sword, and you won't be hurt.
Yeah, what the hell is that hand? I think it's like his palm is face up because his thumb is out, and I think it's just like but it also like reads as his index finger. That's just a really awkward hand. What was up with Chris 5ing yesterday's raid? I don't know, man. That was my bad, because, like, yeah, you guys found him, but I picked him. It's okay. Not all of them can be, like, you know. Not all of them can be winners. Blood think he's Spider-Man.
Ugh! No lower life forms outthink me and live!
Hey, French fry, next time keep your mouth shut. Ugh. Come on, everyone. Dog pie on fatso.
I just realized that my mighty voice is just Australian classic Sonic. That's all I do. Did something go wrong? I mean, no, not necessarily, but just like the fact that he didn't see us right away, and then like Chris 5, I thought was really funny.
No go! He's too powerful!
I thought he wasn't at the peak of his powers.
It's gotta be the sword! I've seen how it increases someone's powers!
Wait, so he has King Acorn's sword? But why? How did Knuckles lose the goddamn sword?
This battle will be your last, parasites!
Not if this Chaos Emerald has anything to do about it.
No! It's attracting my own emerald! Causing it to...
Wow, bring 2 Chaos Emeralds together.
and that's what you get out of chaos. Alright, he blew him out of the universe!
Pretty smart, taking a chance one Chaos Emerald might blow up another.
It was a desperate gamble at best. Don't sweat it, Shorty. It paid off.
But, like, which Chaos Emerald did you use? And also, like, wasn't it explicitly said that that shouldn't happen on the floating island? Because then it's gonna, like, sink into the... I don't know, dude. Your fucking rules don't make any sense. Are we gonna swap to this Twan voice as modern Twan? No. No. Just whenever he looks like Levi Ackerman. He does look like he's chewing tobacco.
And it did leave us with the sword, so, as per my solemn vow, I humbly make good my promise.
And for your courage and fortitude, on behalf of the realm, I hereby duly knight you. You are this island's guardian, but when it not whole, you are now and forevermore Sir Knuckles.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip huzzah! Alas, during times of war, small victories can only sire small celebrations, giving way to dire issues at hand. Eager to complete their final goal, the freedom fighters race back home to save their king, never suspecting that which awaits them in their secret sanctuary.
Rotor, contact Uncle Chuck. With his help, I'm sure we can finally retrieve the crown of acorns. I'll begin my research in my hut with Nicole.
Princess Sally, quick, come, child. Come quick, child.
Huh?
Daddy!
Really, my dear? Really, my dear Sally, what's become of your regal bearing?
What? I'm confused. And while a ray of hope seems to... Did I miss something? And while a ray of hope seems to emit from that former realm, it may just be clouded by the swirling mists of an unknown mysterious realm.
What fools these mortals be, to think they could outwit me.
If only they knew...
If only they knew I've manipulated every event.
Fuck this.
From my seeming ineptitude to my ultimate destruction. And by the time they ascertain I have the real sort of acorns, it will be too late. My master plan will be well near completion, leaving the entire planet Mobius groveling at my feet.
King Acorn restored to health. Looks like it's countdown to Robotnik's destruction, or is it? What the fuck are you talking about? We haven't talked about Robotnik in this whole entire issue. The answer is Endgame in Sonic 50. Whatever. Stupid. Oh my god, it's Julie Sue. Oh my god, we're about to enter the Julie Sue arc, dude. In 4 weeks, get set for the premiere of Knuckles the Echidna #4, the ongoing series starting a new chapter in the life of everyone's favorite guardian of the floating island. In a 3-part epic, Lost Paradise reunites Knuckles with the one person he never expected to see. But an even bigger problem occurs when the fabled city of Echidnopolis reappears, posing a threat to the floating island's ecosystem. Don't miss the Echidna excitement with regulars Ken Penders, Manny Galan, and Drew Peppa Le Pew. In the tradition of the first 3 issues, every 3-part story arc will sport triple combo covers by fan fave Pat Spaziante, along with inks by Ken Penders, and those colors by those maniacs at Heroic Age. Also, look out for a contest announcement in his letters page to commemorate his new ongoing series. In other Mobius news, in 1 week, Endgame continues. The stakes between Robotnik and the Freedom Fighters reaches a fever pitch. The now healthy King Acorn loses his daughter in an attack on Robotropolis, and Sonic is arrested as the culprit responsible. Sonic escapes to clear his name. The King orders none other than Jeffrey St. John to track him down. That's when things get nasty. Reed escaped to the flow. Why would you, say everything that happens in the comic? Just don't do that. Just release the comic and let people read. Can I tell you what issue this is? Look out for the next Sonic special coming your way in 4 months' time. Sonic Special 97, A Brave New World, #1, Nuff said. Freddy, P.S. Attention. Mike Wallace's name was spelled incorrectly in the Sonic Blast Special #1 credits page. Sorry, Mike. And guess what? You spelled Penders wrong in this one. So, Mammoth is Master Xehanort, Tears of Liar, Plans, and Facade. That's stupid, dude. I normally don't mind it if, because I do enjoy me a good, this was all planned from the beginning sort of story, right? But when it's done well, and to me, it's just the whole Mammoth Mogul, oh, I lost, but I was supposed to lose, shit, that's when it really annoys me. I don't like, oh, I was supposed to lose stories. That's dumb. The plight of the freedom fighters is a never-ending one. Each tries finding a way to stop Robotnik's terrorizing of the forest every single day. Today is no exception. Yeah, when it's not planned from the beginning, don't act like it was. Exactly, yeah. From the Antoine Files. My father left so much behind. I wish we were here to help. Oh, excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. My father left so much behind. I wish we were here to help. He were here to help. I want to make him proud. If only he could see. We were so young then. It is amazing that we have lasted so long against Robotnik. I love this. I love this photo. Eren Yeager. Who was that? That was Sarah. She was letting me know that our baby is good and healthy. So that's very good news. Because we were a little concerned. But yeah. Perhaps this is a way to finally defeat him. But what does it mean? What is this map supposed to lead to?
I was wondering what you were doing out here on such a nice day.
I am doing nothing that concerns you. Now, if you don't mind, I wish to be alone.
I can tell when I'm not wanted. Just wait till I get some stuff to work on.
Thank you for being so observant. Now, if you please, what was so special about this map that Father had to hide it in the hilt of his sword? Well, now it's my sword. The complete side must mark the location of the second half of the map. Yes, thank you, yeah. Almost here. His voice is killing me. I will apologize to Bunny later, but for now I must figure the secret of this map. But the map was written so long ago, most of the landscape has changed, thanks to Robotnik's machinations. I must discover what this map means. I just love the idea of Antoine being Levi Ackerman. It's making me laugh. Yeah, exactly. Emery has a really good point. Well, you did everything according to plan. Style of writing worked for Doctor Strange and Infinity War because it was explained beforehand. It's a contrivance otherwise. Exactly. Having a really deep French accent would be really fun. Sounds too American? What do you mean sounds too American? That's the point. That's what Levi sounds like in the dub.
Daddy!
Thank you, David, for the 2. What? Robotropolis, a place where evil is good and everyone is a programmer. Oh, is programmed. Sorry. I mean, that also would have been accurate.
I must find something that will get rid of Uncle Julian once and for all and allow me the chance to claim power. I have been subtly scheming against him for years, but if I'm not too careful, he'll know it's me.
Wow, now they're making Snively a little too competent? Okay, sure. He sounds American, doesn't he? In the dub of Attack on Titan? You almost want to stop watching AOT? Well, we only have one thing left to go, so No worries. I don't know. Like, when I watched the last episode that came out, it bummed me out that no new episodes were coming out soon. But it's one of those things where it's like, once it's fully out, rewatching it is going to be a blast. It's going to be amazing. Why don't you just look it up, Tyler? Why do I have to play it on stream?
Robotnik must have come close to finding out at least once. He's fat, but he's not entirely stupid. What's this? A strange-looking map. I've never heard of the budding circle. Maybe the computer has something on it. Thank you once more, my little programmed pal. I see why this map was abandoned. Nothing is safe where the Crude Zoo are concerned.
The Crude Zoo. Aren't the Crude Zoo birds? If I remember correctly? Oh, shit. Back in Knothole.
Both maps have one complete side. The X on the complete side is at a place called Budding Circle. Budding Circle was a section in Mobotropolis. Robotnik destroyed it with his wretched Crude Zoo, organic metallic plants that grow from seeds.
Ah, never mind. The opposite of birds.
The ground at Budding Circle could not take the strain and collapsed them down into the earth. After that, Robotnik tried ushing them in the great forest until we discovered their only weakness, water. Then the Crude Zoo were never seen again.
Oh, they're trying to tie shit in with, like, some of the first Sonic comics? Sure. Oh, I'm sure that's exactly how it worked.
Maybe the fat man is hiding...
Oh, that's silly. By the way, this story is completely meaningless. Oh, great. I'm glad.
Maybe the fat man is hiding those horrid plants there, or the map is to find where he put the rest of the seeds, or maybe the map leads to the most powerful of power rings. Nonetheless, I have coordinates that will put me near 1 mile of where the Budding Circle used to be. I'm sure the old well is not there, but I must try.
God damn it, it's so hard reading this. I don't think I can do it anymore.
What problems could I have? The south side of Robotropolis is a stinky sewer. No one would dare in their right mind would dare go there. Tunnel 38 leads straight into that part of the city. I must tell someone. No, I cannot. To tell Princess Sally or anyone else would mean giving an incomplete report. And as my father told me once, a report is worth noting if it is incomplete.
Oh,
Worth nothing.
not worth noting.
I shall do this on my own.
Dude, they make him look so badass. Like, how are you telling me that this is worth nothing? That can't be. That shouldn't be. Everyone say "de fat man." Don't worry about it. Yeah, Antoine just needed to clear his throat. Yeah. The south side of Robotropolis.
I hate the south side of Robotropolis. It smells like dead fish. Move it along, you idiots! And be careful. If Robotnik picks up on any seismographs, it's back to the scrap pile with you. If only he knew I created these egg robos to be part of my own private army. I shudder to even think about it. Oh, but how joyous it would be to find some Crude Zoo seedlings and send it Ivo's way, eating everything he's built down to the bone. This way! This way, I and I alone will rule. Hurry it up! I want...
Dunk.
That second half of the map found! Do you hear me, you idiots?
Yes, Master Snively.
That big-nosed little no-good map stealer! He has the second half of the map!
Move faster, you mechanical idiots! I need to know what's down there. It does me no good if I'm caught, and this map just might lead to the Crude Zoo, and they are just the thing I need. So move it!
The Crude Zoo! Is that what the map leads to? There is no telling what they would do if Snively controlled them. This can't be a map to the Crude Zoo. What map my father would be doing with a map to those things? I have to tell the others. I hope the noise level will keep me unnoticed. I have to roam the freedom fighters.
Move it, move it, move it!
Clink! Whoa! Clink, 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 clink.
You three, go check that out. I can't risk Fatso finding out what I'm up to.
Yes, sir, Master Snively. Search. Destroy.
This is the end for me.
Will Antoine make it back to Knothole to warn his friends, or has time run out for the freedom fighter? Was the issue changed? No. Are we rating today? I mean, sure, yeah, obviously. Antoine is so out of character in the story, but honestly, I kind of don't hate him, though. He's like, yeah, I guess he's a little out of character, but I almost like this version of him more, I think is the thing. We have a lock on target.
I am not going to make it. It has been a good life. Ooh, that was too close for me. But the doors of Robotropolis are not better. What am I going to do? Wait a minute. Where did I put that locator? Oh, come on. Why did I have to wear a pair of pants with so many pockets? Perhaps Uncle Chuck should have maybe made this thing slime-proof, no? I must remind myself to thank Uncle Chuck for his locator device. If only I can get it to work.
We have a lock on target.
Shh. Sonic would say something snappy right about now, but I cannot think of anything. Shh.
Damn, what a face. Target located. Initiate search.
Do these guys ever give up? I've got to get out of here. Must warn others. If there's a power ring.
Power ring?
Let's see if a power ring will work for me like it does for Sonic.
We must destroy you.
They say it enhances your natural abilities if you're pure of heart. Please, if you never work again, I'll be happy. But right now, yes!
Yo, he's cool, dude. This version of Antoine is just generic action hero. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with that, though. It's so weird to think that Antoine was more in character when the stories were silly. Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Are the Archie Sonic comics canon to the games? No. Not even remotely. Oh my god, is this all a goddamn dream? Please don't tell me this is a dream.
That should hold them back for a moment while I check the locator. All I need is a few seconds. I have this feeling that our egg box cannot tell time.
Destroy.
They are too close for comfort. Thank goodness they are lousy shots.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because the egg robos are kind of just like stormtroopers right now. Destroy.
This may be just the thing I need. If I time this just right, I'll be long gone before they realize what has happened.
It's Lumina with the 2. I dubbed this stream, Let Anton Cook the episode. I agree. Soon at Uncle Chuck's secret spy base.
Uncle Chuck! Snively has the under half of the map and an army of zoo eggbots. They have the very big guns.
Oh, slow down, my boy.
After more of Antoine's babbling.
What are you talking about? Where have you been? Everyone's been looking for you. They asked me to check my resources. Make sure you weren't captured by Dr. R.
I said I have been in the south side of Robotropolis investigating this map. Did I mention that they had some very big guns?
Oh my, Rhoda was tracking strange seismic activity in that area you're talking about. He took Sonic and Bunny to check it out.
Oh, that is not good.
No, it isn't. We have to do something.
I must do this alone. If I'd want for me, not telling anyone what I was up to, this would not have happened. I just hope I make it back in time. Hold on to the map.
But I can't just let you.
I'm sorry, but I must.
Good luck.
Oh, no!
Hang
on, Rotor. Be there in a jiff. Bunny, I could use some cover fire.
You got it, Sugar.
Antoine, catch! Thanks for showing up, Antoine, and thanks for the ring.
These guys just can't take a hint.
I don't feel so good. Mr. Sonic, I don't feel so good.
Just disappears.
Don't worry, pal. Bunny, we've got inbound SWAT bots at 3 o'clock.
Those SWAT bots aren't gonna take it easy on us, and I'm running low on power.
Why are they here in the first place? You didn't call these guys, did you, Antoine?
Things have gone from bad to worse.
No, I came here to save yous. To save us, not ensure that we die.
I'm getting tired of this.
We have to keep fighting the egg bots. Are gone? This is our chance.
Well, then let's take it.
10-4 on that one, Sugar. Follow me. I know the way.
Okay, you lead.
Why aren't the SWAT bots following us down here? It's like they didn't come here for us.
You can write him a letter and tell him how you feel later, but right now we gotta go.
Snively, what's this I hear about an attack? Attack robot more powerful than mine.
What attack robots? Oh, you mean my ticking robots?
I've got this anonymous call telling me you had some new superpowered bots. You destroyed the bots, didn't you?
Well, sir, this is what happened. I was testing an experimental toxin used to level any ground structure, namely trees and things found in the forest, when these accursed freedom fighters attacked. I'm afraid all my research was destroyed, as well as the digging robots, sir.
They shall pay a heavy price for their arrogance, Snively. This I command.
Back in Knothole.
Oh, it's a good thing Uncle Chuck made that cult Robotnik when he did. Shame I never found out what sets aside at the other side of the map. Maybe someday.
Really? That's how that ends? Okay. Wait, so that wasn't a dream, and that... I would hope that this does eventually matter. Are you telling me they never bring this up again? This whole plot point about the map never comes back? What? How did this series run for so long? How did this run for so long? What am I drinking? It's just water, but I wish it was alcohol. It doesn't come back because it has nothing to do with the Echidnas. Fuck him! Kids liked it? Why, though? That's what I want to know. Like, honestly, at this point, I think I've enjoyed way more of Fleetway than I have of Archie. The future of the series is peak. I doubt it. I doubt it's peak. Penders only allows characters to cook for one comic for Johnny Lightfoot, now Antoine. He didn't write for Johnny Lightfoot, though. What are you talking about? Chickmunk Nimbus the Falcon. They straight up did not care. Wow. There's a reason a lot of people praise Archie, and it's not because of Penders. Yeah, I can see that. It's funny too, because like he had his fans, didn't he? Like, I'm pretty sure Penders had fans, but I don't get it. I'm not seeing it at all, dude. I'm not seeing it at all. It's, oh my god. It, like, all of it is so contrived, it's overwritten, it's overexplained, it's overexposed. It's, I don't think I've enjoyed, there's probably been like one Pender story I've enjoyed. There's probably one Pender story I've enjoyed, and the rest of them have just been ass. The rest of them are just so bad, dude. He insists upon himself. He really does. That's the thing, is that, like, I expected it, right? I expected it to be like, oh, he's a really good writer. That's why they really enjoyed him and let him cook with, like, the Echidna stories and stuff. And then, like, he got a little too full of himself, and maybe that's when, like, he started writing shit. Or, like, just shit that was very full of himself. But no, it's been, like, it's not, it has ranged from, like, not interesting, poorly written stories to, like, poorly written, overindulgent stories. And it's just like, oh, it's worse than he had fans. He has fans. Dude, I don't get it. Like, it's not even... I'm trying to go into these, right? When I read these comics, and when we come back from however long the hiatus is going to be, because I don't know how long it's going to be. I've completely forgot about what I was going to say, because I mentioned the hiatus. I don't... What was I going to say? What was I just about to say? That I thought that... Shit. People may like Penders' work for some of the same reasons people like Miraculous Ladybug. What do you mean? Probably a childlike mindset, but that's the thing is... Thank you for reminding me. That was what I was going to say. Is that, like, I'm trying to go into these comics with the most neutral mind possible, right? Like, I'm trying to go into it and not, like, judge because it's like, oh, Penders wrote this, it's gotta be bad. Like, no, I'm trying to go into it thinking, like, okay, if this is good, awesome. I expect it to be decent, right? I want it to be good. If it's not good, then oh well, right? It sucks. And if Penders writes a good story, then Penders wrote a good story. I'm not going to be like, man, you know, like, well, I will be like, wow, I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm not, like, going into each issue dreading it. I'm not going into each issue, like, with a preconceived notion that Archie is a bad comic series, right? I'm trying to go into these comics with an unbiased opinion because I've never read them, so I don't know, like, what people's opinions of it are. But so far, I just feel like they teeter on really interesting storylines and then do almost everything they can to make it either stupid or just not fun in the end. Like, I like the ideas that some of these comics have, but I think that what they end up doing execution-wise with some of the characters and some of the story points and how some of those story points are told is not just messy, but, like... I feel like it might be worse if it was boring, and it's not boring. It's more like it's boorish, right? Like, it's just stupid, it's bad, it's like... I don't know. I'm not really enjoying Archie yet. And I thought that at this point I'd be like, okay, I'm getting into it. So, I mean, I'm glad that you guys say that it does get better. But for now, it's just like, I really don't understand how this... Yeah, maybe it was just because, you know, kids consumed it and kids liked reading it, but it's like... I don't know. maybe I feel like children are smarter than we give them credit for, but I think that in other ways they're also stupider than we give them credit for. Yeah, exactly. Kids deserve better stories. Yeah. If you want boring, just wait for the rest of Knuckles the Echidna. Oh, great. He would actively disregard anything written by other writers, and that's... God damn it, dude. That's ugh. Mainly, Ken Penders was going against the gag era. And honestly, I respect him for that. I do like that he was trying to give these characters serious stories, but it's the problem is that the stories that he has given us so far and the characters he has given us so far are characters I don't really like that much. Like, did he make Archimedes? Because if he did, Archimedes so far is probably the only character that Penders wrote that I kind of enjoy. He's, like, the only one. I don't like Jeffrey. I don't like any one of the other ones. Like, he did. He's, like, the only character that Penders made that I enjoy. I gotta wait till issue 160 to get to the good stuff. Oh, great. I love it. I love it. Battle Hardened Idiots is still live. Who are they? What are they doing? If I make videos about the comics, do you feel Archie? If I make a video on the comics, it's not gonna be everything wrong with. I'm not. I want to shut that idea down now. I'm not doing everything wrong with on comics. Sales declined over a year. Archie forced Penders to exit. I mean, yeah, they're the ones in charge, dude. They're the ones funding it. Like, if they say that, hey, this isn't selling and like this is shit, then yeah, as a creator, it sucks. Like, as a creative person, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that your mind child or that your baby sucks. No artist likes to hear that like what they're making isn't favored by an audience, right? That's soul crushing for us. But at the same time, you have to know when to like let your ego aside and be like, oh man, maybe I should try something new, right? Maybe sort of like a general review, like what I liked and what I didn't. I mean, maybe, but even that's like a lot. Ian Flynn saved this comic as well. That's the thing. Like, I enjoyed Frontiers' writing. I think it could have been maybe a little more, for sure, especially like between Sonic and Sage. But that's been my first exposure to Ian Flynn's work. I can't properly say that I enjoy Ian Flynn's work because I haven't experienced it yet. I was excited when I heard that he was going to be a writer for Frontiers because I've heard a lot of really good things, right? I hope that I agree with those good things. I might disagree here and there because that's the thing is that I feel like I don't hear I hear conflicting things depending on like who is the one speaking, right? Like I think that majority of opinions I've heard is that like Ian Flynn is a good writer, but he wrote Shadow poorly or something like that. And then the other people are like, not only is he mid, he's a bad writer, right? And it's just like, I feel like that really depends on what you want out of the stories, which is why I'm so curious as to like what I'm gonna think about them. You know what I mean? You still think Archie's SAT adaptation is the worst because it's a one-issue adaptation and only included intro and city escape. Now, why would you spoil that for me? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Shadow being written poorly as a result of Sega's mandates. That's what I've heard too. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. But I mean, that's the thing though, right? Is that like, if you only get one character wrong and the rest of them are like enjoyable characters, it's one of two things that's happening, right? Either you just don't know the character that well, or the company behind the story is making you... I mean, granted, I feel like that doesn't happen super, super often, but like, I think that does sound more likely, right? Like, if you're only writing one character wrong, but you're getting everything else about the series right, I think that it's more than just a petty disagreement on how the character should be written, and it's more so the company telling you, like, no, you have to write him this way, right? You think the pacing of Frontiers is a bit shaky, but you don't think that falls strictly on the influence? I agree, yeah, because he didn't write the story itself, like that, and I agree, too, because, like, I think that there was so much more space for like better dialogue between Sonic and I saw a fan art, I think this morning, of Sage following Sonic that was like this, and it's like a comic strip that's like, leave, no, leave, no, leave, tell me why, no, then no. And it's just like, yeah, that's the game. That's Sonic Frontiers. That's Sonic and Sage's relationship in one tiny comic strip. But yeah. He actually is the one puny rotten bit in IDW's otherwise squeaky clean record. That sucks, because like I love Shadow as a character, so I'm interested to see. This is gonna sound bad, but I'm interested to see like how they ruin his character. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's go say hi to Hardened Battle Robots. Is that what you said? Hardened Battle Idiots? What was it? Hold on, I'll check. Battle-hardened idiots. My dyslexic ass. Battle-hardened idiots. Let me put on, see if they're saying anything in chat so we can say hi to them. 1, 2, 3. You can tell how Sega's mandates restricted his writing. In IDW compared to Archie, or what do you mean?
What?
With cream.
You should have told us that earlier.
Sure, let's go say hi to this person. They seem nice. All right, I love you all. I will see you guys. Tomorrow is Thursday, right? Yes. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more of this. Say hi. I love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you guys then. Bye, everybody.